Hey guys, welcome back to Nick and Cameron YouTube channel. Today is going to be another how-to video on my 2004 Volvo XC70. Today we're going to actually be replacing this right here. Oh, oopsies. This is the upper motor mount. As you guys can see right here, this is where it's supposed to go. This is the new part I picked up for about $30 after shipping and tax. So this is not a terribly expensive repair. Mine is cracked and can be moved with my hand, so it needs to be replaced, and I'm going to be going through and showing you guys step by step and what tools you guys need to replace this motor mount. So I'm going to start up with the tools real quick. First thing you're going to need is mostly ratchet. You can do everything basically with some ratchets and an adjustable wrench if you just have a crescent wrench, but I have some ratcheting wrenches. So you're going to need a 17mm socket. You're going to need a 14mm socket on whatever ratchet you'd like to use. You're going to need an 18mm socket. You're also going to need, not a gun per se, but you're going to need a T30 Torx bit. You can use it in a ratchet. This is a 1/4" drive, so it works with my impact driver. So I'm going to be using that. It just makes it much easier to use. And then you're going to need an 18mm wrench. This is a ratcheting wrench I'm going to be using. And then I also have a 14mm ratcheting wrench I'm going to use. And then also, finally, this compact ratchet with an 8mm ratchet on it, I believe. Or actually, you might not need this, but yeah, so you're mostly going to be using the Torx and then these different ratchets here. So I'm going to get into first thing you're going to have to take apart. There's some things you have to move around before you get at the motor mount. Okay, first up with things you need to take apart before we get at that motor mount. I just loosened these both up, took this one all the way out. These are T25 Torx. I forgot to mention that you need a T25, so I put it in here, a little ratchet. And so there's one right here on this side of this. I believe this is a charge pipe for the turbo. Maybe mistaken. And then this one over here, you can just loosen. And now, or maybe you do have to take this one all the way up. But, so yeah, you're going to take these out. Do not drop them. I actually dropped this one down in there so I'm just going to set them up here. It's a good spot up here. So these are for holding this charge pipe. So you can kind of move this out of the way now. You don't have to move it that much, but that's just so you can then move this panel easier. You might even be able to do it without this, but this is a very simple thing. So next up, you're going to need to start working with that T30 Torx. So this, I'm actually going to use the ratchet to get all these started. So there's an 8, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hopefully you guys can see that. And then there's 4 more on the back. So you need to loosen those and actually take them out all the way. So I'm just going to get them started with this. I don't want to break them. Let's see if this has enough punch. There we go. Start them up, and then I'll probably use the gun to finish them off. So it turns out actually the gun is a little too big for accessing these two and the ones in the back, because it runs into this strut bar here, or the strut tower bar, so you have to use all these by hand, which kind of stinks, but we'll just skip to with all of these off. Okay, now that we have taken all these Torxes out, I actually unclipped this timing chain or timing belt cover. There's a clip here on the front and there's a clip on the back. They're super easy to take off. You just push them out. They're little metal clips, and then you can just slide this over so that you have access to those. Next up though, you're going to have to move this strut bar, which is probably the most difficult part of this process. So you're going to need a 17mm wrench. I forgot to mention that because there is a nut down here. This is going to be kind of hard to get to. This is going to be the most, like I said, the pain in the butt. I think I'm going to try the gun first, and it's a 17mm up on top. So I'm going to use some adapters here for the 17. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so it's 18. My bad. But it's a 17 on top. Kind of odd. So we're going to put this back on here. There we go. Definitely recommend using a gun for this. It's a pretty big bolt. Do not lose that nut. I recommend doing the rest by hand. There we go. You guys can see, hopefully, this is how big that bolt was. Just gonna set it up here. That's for the strut. Now this is gonna move, but this is where the motor mount is actually attached. Okay guys, sorry about that. I went and grabbed a 15 mil and a 16, but the 15 works. So you're gonna need to, man, is this, the mount moves so much. Okay guys, back with the glove so I don't absolutely destroy my hand. So as you can see, this is why the motor mount is bad. It's moving so much, but you have to be able to get this out. Man, the motor mount is shot. Oh my god. Ugh. This is gonna need a little more persuasion. I'm going the wrong way there. But let me see here. So as you guys can see, it's pretty tough. I don't want to break whatever this sensor is here. Looks like a cam position sensor or something. Ow! There we go. Smashed my finger, but it worked. So I guess that's what you get for having absolutely blown motor mount. It's a pain in the butt. But guys will see here in a second how this comes off. Comes out just like that. So this is the 18 millimeter side and this was the 15. Goes like that through the mount. And now, look, you can pull the strut bar just over the top here very easily. That side will move, don't worry about that. And this side, said it was 14. See, there we go. Yep, these are 14s. Okay guys, I got the breaker bar out. This has been really stubborn. So, yeah, I'm just gonna try to, oh wow, look how easy that was. I'm just gonna break them all, get them started. So yeah, these are really stubborn. I even tried the impact driver, you guys saw. Breaker bar works though, like a charm. Had to use several adapters though. There we go, and the fourth one on the back. It's definitely handy having a breaker bar. So now I'm going to just switch to the 3/8 ratchet. Get these guys out of here. Oh, and look at that. They are loose. Very loose once you pop them. Probably just going to take them out with my fingers now. Okay guys, got those four, sorry about the audio, got those four out of there for the motor mount, and boom, voila, moves like butter. These are the four. The shorter ones, short one goes here, and then the other short one goes back in this corner, and then here, the short ones, and then the longer ones go the other two spots. And yeah, there's nothing difficult about it. But oh, I think mine is totally shot. Here we go. Let's see. Oh, look at that. Motor mount is no longer a motor mount. Jeez Louise. Good thing I was replacing this, because I kind of was like, oh, it doesn't need to be done. But I looked at it and I was like, oh, that's a little rough. So yeah, as you guys can see, this thing is toast. That was not doing much for the car. So let me grab the new one. And the new one is nice and firm. It's still rubber, so It's mildly pliable, but it's just designed to absorb a bunch of vibration. So you're just gonna put it back just like the other one, and you're gonna start those bolts. Oh, is this a short one? Yeah, whoopsies, wrong spot. You're gonna start those bolts just like that, all the way around, and get them tight. And then your motor mount will be in place, and I'll get to the next installation step. Okay, now that this is all in place, tightened down, you want to make sure they're pretty darn tight. So I just went around each one, did a last tighten, I already did that. So then you're going to basically take and reverse what you already did. So you're going to take that strut bar, slide it on over top, and then you're going to take this guy, the one with the kind of rod squared off, almost ovally end, slide it in through the hole all the way. Gonna finger tight that 18 on, and then get your 2 wrenches. Remember, this is a 15 on this side and an 18 on the big side. Nice and tight. Then you're gonna simply take your big bolt and nut, the 17 on top, 18 on the bottom. Kind of weird that they do that, where they're different on the top and bottom. Gonna just find that hole, go all the way through, and then simply put that nut on the bottom. This is pretty cramped in this area. Don't drop it. Oh boy. Just gotta get started. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Then you're gonna want to get your 18 wrench and your, because you could do your 17 wrench up on top, because it's the top. I should have grabbed the 17 ratcheting. Should just grab the ratchet, whatever. But you're going to tighten it the rest of the way, and that's how you do the strut bar back in place. It's nice and tight. It's kind of supposed to move because those are also rubber bushings in there. Okay, next up, we're going to put our Torx back. So you do have to actually kind of finagle this guy back into place. There's some oil in there because I did an oil change today and spilled a little. And this panel actually kind of slides underneath. I'm going to put this on front clip, and probably blocking the camera. Back clip, there we go. It's on there. And then you're simply going to take all your 8 Torxes, drive them back in, and then the last step is going to be putting your 2 T25 Torxes back here and here to make this charge pipe, I believe, I think it's a charge pipe, intake solid. So then we'll get to the end of the video. Okay guys, I just finished up putting all the last parts together. These 2 T25 Torx and all the T30 Torx. And to be honest, this was like super easy to replace this motor mount. So if you guys have a bad motor mount up here, I would say don't take it to shop. You guys probably have most of these tools. Maybe you don't have the Torx bits, but you can pick up a set for pretty cheap. And you don't need a power tool. This is very easy to do if you guys are notice that this upper motor mount is cracked or anything. And I thought mine was just cracked, but obviously mine is a little more than cracked. It was toast. So this is a really easy repair. It cost like 30 bucks. Maybe took 45 minutes with me filming this, so it'll probably take, if you're any sort of mechanical inclination, probably like less than 30 minutes. So yeah, this was a pretty good repair, and it'll save you guys some money. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. We have a couple other how-tos on this car, and please like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video or thought it was helpful at all. And we have lots of other content on the channel that you should check out.